I just got 2 appointments today for my Maryland client. The first one was a 60,000 square foot EPDM roof that their current contract with the roofers expires this week, so it was pretty good timing for us to come out. And they said they have adhesion issues with the EPDM, and so the current roofers they're not too pleased with, so they're looking for a new resource. So we're going to be that new resource for them. The next appointment was kind of a funny one, 40,000 square foot kind of hodgepodge of metal, EPDM, and TPO roof combo. And the owner of a welding shop I spoke with, and he said he's kind of just letting one of the roofs cave in because it's too far gone. So it sounds like a really big safety issue. So yeah, he needs full re-roofs and a lot of repairs, he said. So it's just a matter of time, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go check that out next week and hopefully get him a decent quote for possibly re-roofing the entire facility.
I got 2 appointments today. My first one was with my LA roofer. It's at a country club in Valley. It's about 82,000 square feet. They're currently experiencing a leak in the roof, so we're gonna go out there in the next couple weeks to address that. My other appointment is my roofer out in Philadelphia. It's about a 65,000 square foot roof. Not currently experiencing any issues, but they are looking at taking on bids later this year, so it should be a pretty decent one.
Got one for my IT client down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Pretty good one. I've been working it a while. A guy was out of the office with some medical issues for a little bit, but finally got back in touch with him after being patient. They got 55 users, outsourced for a good portion of their IT needs, specifically looking at monitoring systems remotely right now, so we're going to meet with them in early May and see where it goes.
I got an appointment today for my roofer out in Texarkana. It's with a big manufacturing building. It's about 175,000 square foot. They're going out for bids for a full re-roof in 2027. They're accepting quotes in Q4 here in 2026, but they asked us to come out so they could walk us through the scope of work here now, so we can get a good idea on the materials, to kind of go through the pre-bid process for later this year. So should be a really good meeting.
I got 3 appointments today. The first one's for my digital marketing partner in Jersey. It was with a security firm in the city. They're a pretty big company, but their website was outdated, so I called the owner and he agreed to take a meeting later this month. And the second one was with for our solar partner in Pennsylvania. It was with a kind of large building. It was interesting. It was like a flea market in Pennsylvania, and they had a big ground mount solar array. So we're going to be calling them on Friday to talk about the maintenance. And then I just made another one also for our solar partner in Pennsylvania. It is with a smaller manufacturer. We're calling about the maintenance. So they all should be good ones. I'm happy to see where those go.
I got 2 appointments today. One was for my roofer in Dayton, Ohio. It was with a food manufacturer. It's about 33,000 square feet. They haven't had anyone inspect the roof in years. So lack of maintenance on that one. Hoping it turns into some repairs. And then I set one for my roofer in Tulsa. It's with an apartment complex, about 115,000 square feet total, 26 buildings. They need a ton of re-roofs. They're doing them one at a time, so hopefully we can snag a few of those.
I got an appointment today for my HVAC client in Austin. It was actually on a list of people that he wishes to work with, and I got him in the door. 60,000 square foot building, 10 plus units, and I'm hoping he wins that for him.
Got a couple today. First one was for Fargo Roofing. They were dealing with a manufacturer that actually had 15 different leaks. Looking at a re-roof here in the next 9 to 12 months, he said. Building's about 170,000 square feet, so it should be a good one. I also got one for our IT company down in San Antonio. It's about 40, 50 users. Wants to learn about what background support might look like. It doesn't have an MSP currently, so it should be a good one as well.
Pretty good appointment today for my North Jersey client. It's with a prep school. They'd actually been marketing to them for a long time now, trying to get a meeting going. I talked to their IT director about a month and a half ago, and we just had a really down-to-earth conversation. He was, kind of interested just because we're local. They are not working with a local company right now, but they do have a lot of different vendors for different aspects of their infrastructure. Should be a really good meeting. It's about 104 staff. I'm not sure on the student count and exactly what the scope will look like, but should be a very good learning conversation.
Got an appointment for our pest control client out of Florida with a rehab center. 18,000 square feet. Spoke with the maintenance director. They are under a contract, but looking for a secondary opinion, so should turn out to be a decent one. I got an appointment today for my client out in New Mexico. It's with the internal IT director with an electrical co-op. It's 30 users, servers on-prem, couple locations. Wants to see what we can bring to the table with additional support. Just kind of stacking up the deck for future consideration, and likes that we're local, so we're going to have that meeting next Wednesday.
Booked the appointment for one of my clients with the aviation service. Have about 300 users, a lot of stuff going on, big in-house, really focused on cybersecurity and security with SOCs as well, so should be a good one.
I think we got 2 today, Nolan and Jesus, or Brennan and Jesus. Nolan will be on the board. But Jesus, you want to kick us off? What'd you do today?
Yeah, commercial roofer in Camden, Wilmington. So he's been around for a while. He's dealt with a lot of companies, some with us, some good, some bad. But he had sent me an email, said wanted to meet. Been chasing him down now for a week, finally got him on the phone. And so he'll be going on vacation here next week. But we went into the pricing, what we do, how many appointments, has a lot of interest and does want to meet, and then hopefully do something. So that's accepted on the call, but it's a little further, May 5th when he gets back.
Make sure he's good to go. Way to slam him. B, what'd you do?
Kind of meeting set up. Finally got a call back from the guy. It's kind of a push down, but he has decision-making power for anything a little bit further outbound, anything like that. Just run it by CFO, make sure they have money for it. But yeah, it's a bigger company. HVAC, Kansas City. Nick, you met with them like a year ago.
So there's 2 options.
He said it wasn't
now,
good
when
then,
you select your
but you got
term,
on the
it
agreement and
auto-fills
everything.
within for I'll get 1 second, but it doesn't mean that you can't stop our service
Where am I calling?
for your own term. So if you see the night
all over the place right now.
look at pricing in Denver, see it's a little bit.
I spent the first part of this morning going through Fayetteville for HVAC. Had a couple people I talked to, both were just quick no interest. One was like can't keep up with the work that I got. Second was we're all internal. And the guy said I can't keep up with the work they got, they're union, so I can't help them recruit. Then I went in and I started calling Lakewood, New Brunswick MSP, which I almost had one. This guy, they're a lead weight, he's got a partner that he wants to loop into. He said send me an email, I'll talk to him and we'll get some time set up, but I couldn't slam anything. So had a few good conversations, but nothing on the board yet.
Los Angeles for MSP, breaking it down into the metropolitan divisions. So Orange County, we're trying to find all of the companies there so we can direct the target.
Had some follow-up calls and MSPs in Atlanta and Florida. Talked to one person, it was a quick conversation. Jumped over to HVAC and janitorial that I'm working this afternoon out west. So should have some good follow-ups out there as well. But I know we don't have any deals. We need to make sure we're hitting our numbers. You know, everybody knows the numbers to hit. Make sure we stick to them and do it. So I think the deadline's what, Friday for deals. So if we got some live transfers, follow up on some of your old appointments, you know, myself included, going to try to make sure to see if we can get something shaken up. So that's what I got.
Just to add to that, if you have somebody that's trying to set up an appointment for like next week or the week after, just let them know, hey, you know, I don't know when you'd want, if best case scenario, we're a good fit to work together. If you want appointments sooner rather than later, we have an operational deadline for onboarding coming up on Friday. So is there any way we can squeeze some time in this week? It's just a 30-minute meeting. And if it's just an absolute no, it's like, no problem. You know, we just have to push out appointments for another month. But
if you meet next week, you will have to wait until when to get sales meetings?
June.
If you meet this week, you have the option for meetings in May or June. It is in your advantage. It's in your best interest if you meet this week. Always be thinking about it from their perspective. Why is it a good deal for them? What's in it for me? Okay?
Yeah.
Good point, but
how you phrase it.
It's how you frame it. Is there any way we can meet this week? It's like, you know, you're begging them to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, if it were me, I'd schedule a meeting this week. That way I've got the option to have meetings in May or June. Right? Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, just going through e-sign, going through that envelope part that's actually getting created after the template, so having those users sign in and click around. Liking what I see, getting those buttons lined up on that envelope and whatnot, so just running through that. Kind of a few other things I got to play around with, so hopefully wrap in some of that up today.
Just working on a chat messaging feature. Got most of the core features already done. Just been working on pinning messages, adding mentions, and just little things like that for the chat.
Been working on blogs this morning, lots of SEO research, kind of just digging more into the strategies for our clients. I also have a little card here from a CNG from all of us, because tomorrow is Administrative Professionals Day.
Oh.
So, happy day! I wanted to show you that we appreciate you.
This is sweet.
Happy Mother's Day. I couldn't find
Grandma's Day.
I actually looked.
Stop, you guys made me cry. I'm not going to read it.
Cry.
I'm not gonna
Cry.
cry.
It's actually, it's a funny
You can read it
card.
off camera.
Off camera.
You can read it off camera.
You can read all the little parts out.
One of the smallest, in fact. Aw, you guys are the sweetest.
And then you can get some new shoes or some stuff for your house.
Shoes. Thank you, guys.
She gets shoes or house stuff with that.
Happy Early Advent Day.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you do.
Aw. We're working on May stuff, May events and all the stuff, budgeting, figuring out the elevator stuff still. Got it?
Knocking out some more social media for some clients, and then got to get to True Blue Roofing's website.
I got out the daily recap for April 17th out today, and then I also got done the April 16th daily recap. I've been using Balto's AI feature to grade the Arsenal appointments, so that's been really helpful. And just grading the other appointments as well and doing my 10 out of 10s. I got out a post about elevated MSP visiting HQ, and then podcast episode number 70, a post about Brigham's multi-factor authentication feature, a post about the all-team update from Marge's and Evan's proposals, and more to come, I'm sure.
A couple updates from me. I've been kind of corresponding with the head electrician guy over at Fair Mechanical, kind of getting more insight on exactly what they're looking for as far as getting their future positions filled. I have a electrician going out to Ellis Mechanical today for an in-person interview, so praying that goes well. And then I've been corresponding with a couple internal candidates today through LinkedIn and Indeed.
We got 3 confirmed to start next week on Monday. Got an offer out for a 4th. Got some logistics figured out for a 5th. So a handful of people probably starting next week. More starting the following week, and just trying to add more new hires all across the board. We had a software developer in today that might be a potential, so just seeing where that lands too.
I have a wrap-up call later this afternoon, but today I've also been working on some cancellation clients and kind of just getting through that paperwork and cleaning up some other things, purchasing lists and whatnot.
Just going through the access points in the management system and making sure that everything's transmitted properly, because there's a few interference issues that we were having just walking in between like the training room down here to the sales floor. Aaron was on a phone call and it dropped his call, so just making sure I go through and finding out what could be the issue there, seeing if maybe we need an access point in the hallway or something like that. So.
It's an appointment today for our client, our janitorial client out in Texas. Goes to the bank. Their main facility is 13,000 square feet. They currently do have a company that does 5 times a week cleaning, so we're going to quote them on that. They do have 7 facilities there, so it should be a pretty good meeting. Have that set for a little over a week from today.
I got an appointment for my janitorial client in Baltimore with a church that we had spoken with early last year. The timing wasn't right, so reach out to them again. It's about 37,000 square feet and they have daily cleaning. They're looking to see what's best for them, so we're gonna go meet with them next week.
I had a appointment for my client in Rochester. It's about 50 users or so I'll look forward to having them talk with them.
I got 2 today for Evans Roofing in Tampa. They were both big apartment complexes. One of them was about 80,000 square feet and the other was 150. Pretty stoked about that.
Got an IT appointment for my client in Houston today. I've talked to this person before. It's the IT systems administrator. He was in the middle of a lot of projects when I talked to him last month, so he'd asked me to call back and the timing worked out. They have 50 users. Some things they're doing in-house, some they're outsourcing. They're finishing up those projects right now, and he said they're going to go through their next project list to see what takes priority, so my client's going to be able to go in and talk to them about that.
Got an appointment out in Boise, Idaho for my CPA client with a construction company. They do about $10 million in revenue a year, so should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.